Someone stitched it to my skin, then blurred the warning sign. Every letter feels miswritten, like a glitch I can't erase. A foreign word they keep repeating, trying to replace my face. I wear it like a borrowed voice that trembles when it speaks. A hollow sound that echoes back from something incomplete. If I answer when they call, am I real at all? I'm drowning in my name, sinking in the sound. Every time they say it, I feel less around. Drowning in my name, like it's pulling me below. Every syllable a current I don't recognize or know. I write it down 1,000 times just to see if it looks right, but every version on the page feels further out of sight. The ink begins to blur and bleed, like it's trying to escape, as if the name itself refuses to attach to any shape. They say it with familiarity, like it's something I should trust, but every time it leaves their lips, it turns my sense to dust. If a name defines a soul, why do I feel erased? I'm drowning in my name, choking on the truth. A label with no owner, a lie without a proof. Drowning in my name, like a weight inside my chest. Every time I hear it, it pulls me further from the rest. Say it again, I still don't feel it. Maybe I lost myself before I learned the word. Maybe who I was something never heard. Or maybe I've been split apart across too many roles, 1,000 different versions, none of them are whole. What if names are anchors tying us to lies, and I've been drifting nameless right before my eyes? Break down, no one answers. Say it is shattered. Hold me, I slip through. That name is not true. I'm drowning in my name, but I won't fight the tide. If I let it take me under, maybe I won't have to hide. Drowning in my name, till there's nothing left to claim. Just silence where I used to be before they gave me a name. Don't call me anymore. There's nothing left that knows that sound. Yeah, I wake up in a bar morning, wearing thoughts I didn't choose. Every mirror feels like guessing, every step a different truth. I trace the outline of decisions, like they came from someone else. Every version I remember sits abandoned on a shelf. I try to speak with certainty, but the words collapse inside, like they're built on something fragile. I've been trying hard to hide. If I strip away the roles I play, what's left for me to be? I don't know who I am, I just know descending in, shifting shapes to match the silence, trying not to feel within. Every laugh feels slightly borrowed, every smile slightly wrong. Like I learned how to perform it, but forgot where it belongs. I memorized the expectations, wear them like a second skin, but underneath the imitation, there's no solid place to begin. If identity is something real, why can't I feel it stay? What I've become. There's a mirror on the wall again, but something isn't right. It catches all the movement, but it empties out the life. A figure stands where I should be, aligned with every move, but there's a hollow in its eyes, like something slipped right through. I raise my hand, it follows back, a perfect practice lie. A body built on symmetry with nothing real inside. If it's supposed to be my face, a shell behind, a body running empty with no one left inside. Or maybe this is all I am, a surface thin and clean, a reflection built to function without any feet between. What if there was never more than what I see right now? Just patterns and reactions with no deeper why or how. Again, it's perfect. Look again, it's empty. Move your hands and copies, but it isn't me. It's a mirror without me, and I don't know where I've gone. Every second staring back feels more and more withdrawn. A mirror without me, still pretending I exist, but I'm fading from the surface every time I coexist. Every time I coexist. If I break the glass, will I come back, or just disappear completely? I wake up wearing something that doesn't feel like mine. A body stitched together out of moments, out of time. Every movement feels delayed, like I'm learning how to be inside a frame that answers but doesn't answer me. The mirror shows a structure I'm expected to accept, but every line in contour feels like something I've misread. If this is who I'm meant to be, why does it feel so wrong? This is skin I don't recognize, wrapped around my bones. Every breath feels borrowed, every nerve unknown. Skin I don't recognize, holding me in place. A stranger in a body, wearing my own face. These hands don't feel like history, these scars don't feel like truth. Every mark that tells a story doesn't feel like proof. I trace the lines of memory across this borrowed frame, but nothing in the texture responds to my name. My heartbeat sounds mechanical, like it's echoing through glass. A rhythm without meaning, trying hard to last. If I peel away the surface, would I find myself back? There's a rhythm underneath me that I didn't write or choose, a quiet, distant echo of a life I never used. My joints move like memory, I don't recall it all. Every step feels guided by something in the walls. My hands know how to tremble before I understand why my chest tightens on command, like it's learned how to comply. There's a history in my body that my mind can't recognize, like someone else has lived here and never said goodbye. If this is my own skeleton, why does it feel possessed? There are strangers in my bones, moving when I move. Every breath I take feels like something they approve. Strangers in my bones, whispering through skin, a life I don't remember, still echoing within. My spine reacts to shadows, my pulse predicts the fall, like it's memorized disasters I can't remember at all. There's a language in my posture, in the way I fold and break, a silent kind of knowledge that I never chose to take. Every flinch is automatic, every fear already known, like I'm sharing all this space with a ghost that's grown at home. I try to override it, but it always finds a way to pull the strings beneath me and rewrite what I say. If I'm the one inside this skin, why can't I take control? There are strangers in my bones, living in the frame. Every time I speak, they rearrange my name. Strangers in my bones, turning thought to stone, a body full of echoes that were never mine alone. Who are you, and why are you me? Maybe trauma left a fingerprint etched into my spine. Maybe time split something open and left the rest behind. Or maybe I'm a house of fragments stacked too close to breathe. Every version that I've been still buried underneath. What if I'm not singular? What if I'm a seam stitched together loosely from a fractured, fading move the hand. It's not mine. Feel the fear pre-designed. Take a step out of line. Something else controls the spine. sometimes. Every curve and every expression feels hers, not mine. I study how it's supposed to move in every passing glance, a perfect imitation of a borrowed circumstance. They look at me and recognize a person I can't feel. They call me by a certainty that doesn't seem real. If this is who they see in me, why can't I see it too? This is a stolen face, worn to get me through. Every smile I fabricate feels like something untrue. A stolen face, perfectly in place. A stranger wearing confidence I can't replace. I practice in reflections, how to laugh, how to react. A script I've memorized so well, it's hard to tell what's act. Every emotion echoes half a second late, like I'm chasing something human I can't quite replicate. They say I look familiar, like someone they once knew, but every time I hear that, it splits me into two. If I took it off tonight, would anyone remain? This is a stolen face, holding up the light. Every blink and every breath is something I supply. A stolen face, tied to my disguise. A living contradiction between truth and compromise. It fits, but it's not me. Maybe I was never given something real to wear. Maybe I've been copying the people standing there, collecting bits of everyone and stitching them as one. A patchwork of identities until I come undone. What if there's no original, no face beneath the mask, just layers built from fragments of every role I've grasped? Smile now, hold it steady, look alive. Keep it ready, don't slip, don't reveal nothing here. This is a stolen face, and I'm losing track of where the mask begins and what I can't get back. A stolen face, fading into place. If I keep pretending long enough, will I erase? If I peel it off, will I find myself, or just another face beneath it? There's a rhythm in my chest tonight, but it doesn't feel like mine. It ticks like something mechanical, barely keeping time. Every beat feels secondhand, like it's rooted through a wire. A distant hollow echo of something that expired. I press my hand against it, try to feel it through the skin, but all I find is static, where a heartbeat should have been. If I'm still alive, why don't I feel it move? I've got a fake pulse, beating just enough to fool the feel like they're empty, just pathways without flow. A system still operating with nothing left below. They say I seem okay enough, that I still look the same, but everything inside of me refuses that claim. This is what it means to live. You live while I've got a fake pulse pounding in disguise, a mimic of existence with no truth behind the eyes. Fake pulse running out of time. Every beat is proof that this life is not mine. Still ticking, still empty. Maybe something broke in me and no one saw the crack. Maybe I replaced myself with something built to act. Or maybe I've been fading so gradually and slow that I didn't even notice when the real one let go. What if this is all that's left? A shell that's still in use, a system going through the motions with nothing to break down. Sick, no feeling, beat, no meaning, move, still breathing, alive, just seeming final. I've got a fake pulse, but it's all I seem to know. A simulation of a heart that forgot how to grow. Fake pulse still keeping me awake. If I shut it off tonight, would anything break? The rhythm never changes. It just keeps going without me. I found an old photograph tonight, a face I almost knew, a version of a life I lived that somehow wasn't true. The eyes looked full of certainty, a light I couldn't fake. Now every time I meet that gaze, I feel something break. I try to trace the timeline back to where it went undone, but every path I follow leads to someone I'm not one. At what point did I disappear and let the silence take me? Who did I become? When did I change? At what moment did my reflection start to feel less strange? Who did I become? I don't recognize the name. Every version of myself feels like someone else to blame. Feels like someone else to blame. I hear my voice in memories, but it sounds distorted now, like it's filtered through a distance I don't understand how. The things I used to stand for feel like stories I was told. Every belief I thought was mine feels borrowed, worn and old. I try to hold on to something that I can call my own, but every thought I reach for feels like it's already gone. If I peel away the layers, will there be anything left? Who did I become? A stranger in my skin. Every step I take forward feels like giving in. Who did I become? And where did I go? I search inside the silence, but there's nothing adapted to survive the shifting ground. Maybe I replaced myself each time I broke down. Or maybe I was always this, a shape without a core, just learning how to mimic what I thought I was before. What if identity's a story that I slowly rewrote wrong? A narrative collapsing while I tried to play along. Breakdown. Find the past, it's gone. Call it back, it's wrong. Say your name, no response. Try again, it's lost. Who did I become? A question with no end. Every answer that I reach for just breaks and bends. Who did I become? Or was I never there? Just a fading constellation in a hollow atmosphere. If I met myself again, would I recognize the face or just walk past like a stranger in the same place? I hear myself talking, but it sounds far away. Like the words leave my mouth and dissolve on the way. Every sentence I form feels delayed and detached, like a signal that's broken, barely holding its match. My tongue moves in patterns I don't fully control. Every phrase feels like echoes from a hole in my soul. If this voice belongs to me, why can't I feel it live? I'm lost in my voice, echoes in my head. Every word I speak feels already dead. Lost in my voice, like I'm fading mid-sound. A conversation with myself where I'm nowhere to be found. They respond like they hear me, like my meaning is clear. But I'm stuck in the distance, watching sound disappear. Every laugh feels mechanical, every tone feels rehearsed. Like I learned how to speak, but forgot what comes first. I try to raise my volume, try to make it feel real, but the louder it gets, the less I can feel. If I scream my own name, would it reach me at all? I'm lost in my voice, trapped inside the noise. Every word I release feels like someone else's choice. Lost in my voice, a signal out of phase, a language I keep speaking in 1,000 empty ways. Say something, say something. Everything real? Maybe I've been speaking for a version not here, a ghost of who I used to be before I disappeared. Maybe language is a mirror and mine has gone black, reflecting only silence every time I look back. What if I've been talking but never saying me? Just filling up the silence with a bar identity. No meaning, no feeling, no answer, no anchor. I'm lost in off the surface, watch it fall to the floor. Every label I carried doesn't fit anymore. Peel the rolls from my shoulders, let them scatter like dust. Every version I build loses meaning and trust. I stand in the absence of anything I can claim. No history to anchor, no identity to name. If I take everything away, what's left to remain? I am nobody, nothing left to find. Just an empty space where I used to keep my mind. I am nobody, no beginning, no end. Just a fading outline I can't comprehend. I tried to be a memory, I tried to be a face, but every shape I formed myself in felt easy to replace. I wore 1,000 meanings, none of them were true. Every time I thought I found myself, I split into a few. There's no core beneath the layers, no center holding tight, just fragments drifting aimless through an endless night. If I never was complete, was I ever real at all? I am nobody, a presence without form, a flickering existence that was never fully born. I am nobody, no voice left to defend, just silence stretching outward with no point to begin. No name, no shape. Maybe I was always empty and just learned how to pretend. Maybe self was just a story I kept trying to defend. What if I'm just awareness, floating without ground, a witness with no owner to the noise that makes the sound? And maybe there's a freedom in dissolving into none, but it feels more like erasing everything I could have become. No face, no past, no future, no grass, no voice, no claim, no one remain. Final, I am nobody, and it's all I've come to be. A hollow kind of presence with no identity. I am nobody, and I'm starting to believe there was never something here for the world to perceive. For the world to If I disappear completely, would anything change? Or was I already gone? Every morning rewrites me like a file I can't restore. Yesterday's a fading outline I can't recognize anymore. I try to hold a memory, but it slips between my hands like the act of just existing breaks apart what I once planned. Every step I take forward leaves a version left behind, stacked like ghosts in corridors of a vanished I'm erased by living, and I can't slow it down. Every breath removes a layer till there's nothing left around. Erased by living, the final version's near. A self that can't remember why it ever started here. Why it ever started here. If I vanish in the process, will that be the truth, or just the last thing I forgot to prove? The glass is clean, the light is right, it shows me where I stand. But something in the image there is slipping through my hands. A silhouette of symmetry, a posture I can trace, but there's a hollow in the eyes that doesn't match the face. It copies every movement with precision I can't fall, but what it gives in accuracy, it takes away in thought. If that is me I'm looking at, why don't I feel seen? An empty reflection staring back at me, a perfect imitation of what I'm supposed to be. Empty reflection, no depth behind the eyes, just a surface holding shape, built from borrowed lines. I lean in closer to inspect the details one by one. The lines are all familiar, but connection comes undone. It blinks before I notice it, smiles before I try, like something else is operating behind the mirrored lie. The longer that I watch it, the less I recognize the distance growing quietly between myself and eyes. If I stepped away right now, would anything remain? An empty reflection still holding up my frame, a body built for likeness but detached from any name. Empty reflection frozen in the glass, a version stuck in motion of a self that couldn't pause. It moves, but it doesn't live. But it doesn't live. Maybe I'm the absence, and it's the thing that stayed. Maybe I'm the echo of a copy that was made. Or maybe there was never more than what the mirror shows, just patterns stitched together in a form that only knows to mimic and to answer without a why inside. A system built to function with nothing left to hide. Breakdown, it's there. Look deeper, nowhere. Move slow, it stays, but I fade away. An empty reflection, and I'm losing track of which one of us is real, or if I can come back. Empty reflection, still watching as I fade, a mirror full of presence but no self left to save. If the reflection stays, I disappear. Don't cut the power all at once. Let the system dim instead. I wanna feel the fading as it empties out my head. Turn the brightness down in pieces. Let the edges lose their shape. Every memory dissolving like a slow controlled escape. I don't want a sudden silence. I don't want a violent end. Let me watch myself unravel like a message you unsend. If I vanish all at once, did I ever exist? So delete me slowly, line by fragile line. Let me feel the absence as it disconnects from mine. Delete me slowly, don't erase the pain. Let every piece of who I was fade out in delay. Start with all the little things, the habits no one sees, the way I hesitate before I speak or try to breathe. Then remove the deeper layers, every fear I tried to hide, every quiet contradiction buried somewhere deep inside. Leave the hardest parts for last, the ones that almost feel like me, so I can watch them flicker before they're set completely free. If identity's a sequence, let me watch it break. So delete me slowly, fragment after piece. Let me feel the silence growing louder underneath. Delete me slowly until there's nothing left, just an echo of a presence that forgot its final breath. Erase, delay, decay away. Maybe I was never stable, just a pattern in a loop, a temporary structure that the system couldn't keep. Maybe I'm just data that's corrupted over time. Every thought a broken file, every feeling out of line. But if I'm meant to disappear, then let me understand what it feels like to be something before I'm not again. Delete the name, delete the face, delete the voice, no trace. Clear the past, wipe the frame, no one left to claim. Fine. So delete me slowly, let me drift away, a fading piece of nothing at the end of every day. Delete me slowly till the signal's gone, and all that once was me doesn't know it carried on. Don't rush the end, let me feel the last of me disappear, one piece at a time. There's a noise inside my lungs, where the air should softly flow. Every inhale fills with nothing, every exhale lets it go. It crackles like a broken signal running through my chest, a quiet constant interference that never lets me rest. I try to take in something My chest expands in patterns, like it's learned to simulate. Every rise and fall mechanical, precise but out of place. The oxygen feels distant, like it never makes it through. A system stuck performing something it can't truly do. They say just take a deep breath, but there's nothing deep inside, just layers of distortion. I can't step outside if this is what keeps me alive. Why does it feel like death? I'm breathing static, a rhythm without air. Every second passing, but I'm not really there. Breathing static, nothing in my chest, just noise that keeps me moving. While everything's suppressed, in and out, still no sound. Maybe I forgot the feeling of what breathing used to mean, before it turned to function without anything between. Maybe I replaced the silence with a noise I can't escape, because real air would remind me of the emptiness I shape. Or maybe this is living now, a filtered kind of state where nothing ever reaches me, but nothing fully breaks. Inhale, endorsing, exhale, corruption, repeat, function, no breath, nothing final. I'm breathing static, but I can't shut it off. Every breath a reminder that something's missing. Soft, breathing static till the signal disappears. If silence finally finds me, will I feel it or just clear? One last breath, if it comes back clean, will I finally feel alive, or realize I never was? There's a flicker in the distance, barely breaking through the gray, like a signal on the edge of completely fading away. I almost don't remember what it felt like to be whole, just fragments of a presence scattered deep inside the soul. I reach for something solid, but it's lost before I see, like I'm chasing what is left of the last trace of me. If I lose it one more time, will it come back or be gone? The last trace of me, fading into night, a ghost of recognition just outside my sight. Last trace of me, slipping through my hands, a memory dissolving before it understands. There's a whisper in the silence that almost sounds like mine, a voice I used to answer, now lost between the lines. Every step I take toward it pushes it away, it's not meant to stay. Maybe I let go too soon. Maybe I've been losing pieces since before I knew. Or maybe this is mercy, letting something slip away, instead of watching slowly as it tries and fails to stay. But if there's even something left, a fragment thin and weak, then maybe that's the part of me still trying just to stay. Hold it, it fades. Name it, it breaks.